Song of the Avatar, Chapter 15, The Higher Self. And now it's time to talk about the Tree of Life. This tree is the symbol of the material universe. It represents everything that is subject to change. The leafy canopy of the tree is all that we can see or think. Each individual leaf grows from a twig, and each twig grows from a branch. Each branch grows from the tree's trunk, and the trunk grows from the taproot, which is grounded in the higher self. While the taproot of the higher self never changes, the tree's leafy realm is in a state of constant change. Each leaf feels separate from every other leaf and has no awareness of the rest of the tree. In Asia, monkeys and birds will often leave the seeds from one kind of a tree up in the branches of a different tree. If these seeds germinate, they will grow aerial roots down toward the ground from the branches, sometimes wrapping themselves around the trunk of the host tree. When these roots reach the ground, they will dig into the earth. The senses operate in the same fashion as these aerial roots, Arjuna. Reaching out from the mind, they become rooted in the phenomenal world of change. Meditation can help one to direct conscious awareness away from the senses. The senses are not bad, but when they are overstimulated, they can drain vital energy, prana, from the mind-body complex. People are living their lives in the leafy treetop, unaware of the strength and support coming up from the tree's taproot through the trunk, branches, and twigs. Seek the taproot, Arjuna. Detach your senses from the phenomenal universe and attune to the higher self through the regular practice of meditation. Be patient with yourself. This is a change in your consciousness that will not happen overnight. But Krishna, how will I know when my consciousness has changed? You will know when you care more about the welfare of those around you than you care about satisfying your own desires. You will become healthier. You will have more energy, more self-control. You will have more patience with the people you deal with on a daily basis, and especially with those who have difficult personalities. You will find yourself living with contentment in the present moment, the eternal now. When you were born, your higher self came into the material world with some extra baggage called Samskaras. This baggage held the habits, fears, desires, and personality traits that traveled with you from previous lifetimes. Samskaras are also like some scars that everyone carries from one incarnation to another. Once, there were two monks walking through a forest. "Oh, please help me, good monks." "How might we help you, man?" "I need to cross this muddy river without getting my clothes dirty." "No problem. I will carry you safely across the water." And so he did. Later, the two monks continued on their journey. Eventually, the younger monk stops to address the elder. "We are monks, are we not?" "Yes. What troubles you?" "As monks, we have vowed to never touch a woman. Yet you carried that woman across the river. How could you do that? You've broken your vows. What were you thinking?" "I put the woman down after crossing the river, my brother, but it seems as if you still carry her." The goal of spiritual practices is to learn to recognize the samskaras that are carried from lifetime to lifetime, and to leave them behind. In the same way that the older monk left the woman behind after carrying her across the river. When the ego mind reaches outward through the senses, the vital energy of prana flows outward as well. Prana flows to where the attention goes. The purpose of meditation is to recharge the spiritual battery by redirecting one's attention inward. Prana is the energy that supports the material universe. It flows from the sun into the fruits and vegetables that people eat for nourishment. When those foods are eaten, prana passes into the body. The mind and senses are thereby activated. That prana is divine spirit, manifesting in the mind as memory and understanding. If desire is allowed to drain the mind and body of prana, one will feel a loss of vitality and willpower. One loses the ability to deal with any kind of stress. The spiritual disciplines of meditation and yoga help to curb desire so that one's tank of prana remains full. Part of spiritual evolution is the growing awareness that one lives not only in the biological world of change, but also in the changeless realm of infinite being, consciousness, and joy. Krishna, as Purusha, divine spirit, upholds both worlds. It's a good practice to have an image of one's divine ideal nearby as a reminder to try to think, speak, and act as Krishna, Jesus, Buddha, or whoever the divine ideal might be, would act. When one has completely identified with their divine ideal, samadhi will have been attained. When people reach this stage of spiritual evolution, they become compassionately aware of the feelings of others. Attunement to the higher self will provide them with the wisdom needed to relieve any suffering that they might encounter. Those who succeed in their quest for self-realization have a clear understanding of life. They have done that which needed to be done. For those who have found the taproot to eternal reality, life's greatest gift is the opportunity to serve. Namaste.